Alright guys, happy May the 4th day to everyone, and I knew today was going to be a bigger May the 4th day than what we've had in recent years. The past 2 years, May the 4th has been awful. They've pretty much released nothing, shown off anything new. I knew today was going to start off with a bang by releasing a new Obi-Wan trailer and poster. The show is less than, 3 weeks away. We are almost there. This show is the most important thing to happen to Star Wars since Revenge of the Sith, especially with how divided the Star Wars community has been ever since the sequel trilogy. This show needs to be done right to at least bring most fans back together again to say, hey, we love Star Wars. All right, but now without further ado, let's watch the trailer.
They're coming. Stay hidden,
Nice.
or we will not survive.
Leave us alone.
When the time comes, he must be trained.
Like you trained his father?
Ouch.
You still want Kenobi. He's gone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Maybe you've been looking in the wrong places. I want
Cool.
every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him. You can't run, Obi-Wan!
So uncivilized, he's using a gun.
You can't escape him!
Yes! Good man. Cool. Alrighty. This show does look very, very promising. It looks like everything that a Star Wars fan, an Obi-Wan fan, a Darth Vader fan could hope for. I think the trailer did a fantastic job at simply pinpointing the main focus of what the show is about. He's being hunted. It still holds a little bit of mystery on where is Obi-Wan going? What is he trying to do? I've heard, slight rumors about how he's actually trying to save Princess Leia. Who knows if that's actually going to happen? How is Darth Vader going to come into the fold? I mean, I assume they're going to learn, the Inquisitors, that Obi-Wan is still alive, and that's going to bring Vader back into the picture because that is his mortal enemy at the end of the day. I do love the bit of animosity that is between Uncle Owen and Obi-Wan. They're keeping that relationship intact from how we usually see it in the comic books. Uncle Owen wants no part with Obi-Wan. He doesn't even want Obi-Wan around in the slightest. I already think that scene is going to become a classic scene in Star Wars history. It's not the fact that many words needed to be said. It's not the fact that the scenery is beautiful. It is the simple fact that the meaning of those words hit so deep to what Star Wars really is all about, and it's about the chosen one falling to the dark side. And that type of emotion, the sadness, the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, we will see that Obi-Wan has been struggling with that over the past 10 years since Revenge of the Sith, but we're also going to see that emotion transpire in him throughout the entire 6-episode show. There's a part at 108 in the trailer where I believe one of the new Inquisitor chicks, her name is Rhea, I think. She is screaming, saying you can't escape him, and you also see her standing with her red lightsaber out as she points it upwards. I don't know if that's the same scene. Maybe they're just showing her and then audio clipping what she's saying from another scene. But regardless, she is referring to Darth Vader. I think at this point in the show, whenever that may be, that scene takes place, Vader will now have found Obi-Wan, and he will now be on this excruciating manhunt just to find Obi-Wan and finally put him down. Everything comes second. Obi-Wan is the number one problem that has plagued Darth Vader over the past 10 years. He comes first. You know, I have 5 favorite Star Wars characters of all time, and it's not in any particular order, but my top 5 list would contain characters like Darth Vader, Obi-Wan-Kenobi, Darth Maul, Revan, and probably, actually, I'll be honest here, my favorite Star Wars character of all time, it would probably have to be Starkiller. Even though he is no longer canon, I just absolutely fell in love with his character from the opening scene of the Force Unleashed video game. Now, the reason why I even mention my favorite Star Wars characters is because it is awesome to be getting a brand new show with the technology we have nowadays and with the returning actors from 1 through 3, a trilogy that I grew up with. It's awesome to have 2 of my favorite Star Wars characters in a show together. The last time we had Obi-Wan and Vader in something together was A New Hope, and obviously back then the technology was not as advanced as it was today, so their encounter during the time was unbelievable, but when you watch it today, you can still respect it because of what it was for its time, but it is not as epic for maybe someone like me. The emotion is epic, the scenery, not so much. This is a grand opportunity for this show to see Obi-Wan and Vader fight the way they fought in A New Hope, with newer technology, new emotion, beautiful scenery, great choreography for the fight scenes, and so much more. I think there are so many questions about this show that I don't have answers for, and I almost don't want the answers for them because I just want to wait and see what happens when the show comes out. But some of the biggest questions I have are we going to hear Qui-Gon's voice? We all know that Qui-Gon couldn't manifest himself through the Force, but he did still find immortality through his mind. That means he could talk to Obi-Wan, and in the Legends canon, which I still believe some of the Legends canon to be canon today, I don't like much of what Disney writes in books and comic books, but regardless, Qui-Gon taught Obi-Wan much more throughout the Force in his isolation on Tatooine by meditating with him and talking to him through the Force. We could get something like that. The chances of seeing Darth Maul in this show are very, very slim, if simply not at all. But what are the chances we could maybe get some sort of Easter egg to Darth Maul? Maybe references to Crimson Dawn. I think we all want Clone Wars flashbacks. We want to see Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen in that clone armor outfit they used to wear on the battlefield. We want to see Obi-Wan and Anakin connect with one another the way they did, not even just in the movies, but the way they did in the Clone Wars cartoon. Now that Rosario Dawson plays Ahsoka, there's a chance that we could maybe get all 3 of them in live action form, and you could maybe play around with some digital effects and make Rosario Dawson look a little bit younger. You'd have to do that for Obi-Wan and Anakin anyways as well. I want an Order 66 scene. I would like to see maybe a little more in depth of what Anakin did when he went into the Jedi Temple. I would love to see Dark Jedi Anakin take on multiple Jedis with ease. Ian McDiarmid, who plays Emperor Palpatine, recently stated that he may not be physically seen in some of these upcoming shows, but his presence will be felt. So maybe mentions of Palpatine, seeing Palpatine on holograms, maybe hearing his voice some way. And it won't just be Obi-Wan will probably feel his presence. It'll also be that upcoming show Andor. I'm sure Andor is going to be very Empire heavy, which would mean Palpatine would have some part to play, even if he is not physically in it. I have also heard that Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are not just fighting one time in the show. I've heard something about 2 times. One battle, Obi-Wan is apparently supposed to get absolutely decimated, but the other battle, Obi-Wan will eventually come out the winner. I don't know how accurate that is. I'm not exactly sure. I wouldn't be surprised. And to be honest with you, they have been talking about how Obi-Wan and Vader are gonna have the fight of the century. It's a showdown of the century. It's gotta be good. The possibilities on that alone is outstanding. Could they be fighting in the remains of the Jedi Temple? Could they be fighting back on Mustafar where Anakin originally lost to Obi-Wan? Could they be fighting on a Star Destroyer? The possibilities are endless. Maybe we'll even get a huge fight scene between Obi-Wan and multiple Inquisitors, which is something I really hope happens, because Obi-Wan has to make these Inquisitors look dumb. When Obi-Wan defeated Darth Maul in Rebels, and the reason why it was so easy for him is because of how much Force ability he soaked in during that time. I hope there is a similar situation with Obi-Wan where he kind of just tosses the Inquisitors around like they're ragdolls, like they're nothing. The biggest fight for him will be Darth Vader. Also, I'm just taking this in right now. Pay attention to the 111 mark in the trailer when Vader is getting his chest piece installed. Look at the size of the screws that are going into his chest stomach region. I absolutely love the attention to detail that they are putting with Vader's skin, Vader's body, and Vader's suit, because it is constantly explained in other mediums of Star Wars entertainment, in comic books, novels, whatever it might be. Being Darth Vader is excruciating pain every single day of Anakin's life. His suit is deliberately made to be painful so that he can be stronger in his anger in the dark side of the Force. And I absolutely love the detail of his chessboard because it shows how painful it is to suit up. This is not the only piece too, by the way. He has multiple pieces around his suit that make it painful. He's got many spikes in his headpiece that clip onto his skull. His legs and arms are painful. Everything about his suit is designed to hurt. So this is great attention to detail. I think why this show just feels so grand, though, it's simply Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. This is a duo we've liked for a very long time. That duo grew beyond the movies. It grew beyond 2005, which is the last time we saw both of them together. Not only do they have one of the most memorable or emotional or meaningful fights in Star Wars, it's one of the most meaningful fights in cinema history in Revenge of the Sith on Mustafar. And also, their relationship grew even more in the Clone Wars TV show for 7 seasons. I think the importance of this show, the importance of the actors, the importance of these characters is what has us so hyped up. And I just want to say one more thing before I end this video. I was thinking about the part in the trailer again when the Inquisitor screams, "You can't escape him." You know you've done such a fantastic job with the legacy of a character in Darth Vader when you only need to use a pronoun like him. That makes people scared. That makes characters and your audience, frankly, terrified of the presence of him, meaning Darth Vader. You don't even need to say his name. That is how you know you've done a fantastic job with a villain. Now that is going to be the end of this video, but down in the comments below, I would love for you to let me know what you thought of the trailer and what you are hoping to see within this show. There are so many possibilities. I'm sure there are things you guys want to see that I didn't even mention or frankly even think of during this video. So that is it for this one, everyone, and until next time, I will talk to you all very soon. But like every Star Wars video on this channel ends,
Anakin,
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you, Master.